Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting. Have you ever heard of a Stag and Doe? Have you ever heard of a Nintendo themed Stag and Doe? Well, now you definitely have, because I actually hosted one this past weekend. It was awesome and it was a tremendous amount of fun. Essentially, a Stag and Doe is to help get the couple a start in life, to help them out financially a little bit, and it's also to have a great Mario party. At least that's what we turned it into. If you've never heard before, I am some sort of a Nintendo fan. It's crazy, I know. But if you didn't know, my fiance is actually a huge Nintendo fan as well. Much bigger when she was younger, but she really supports me in my hobby. She's going to allow me to take all this collection with me when we move out into my new Nintendo room whenever that happens, and wherever that may be. But our colors are green and pink for our wedding. I'm told they are great complementary colors. So I thought, what better character to represent pink than Peach, which is kind of ironic because she wears pink even though her name is Peach. And then I also obviously wanted to pair that with Mario. So I made Mario in green, even though he looks like Luigi, it's still the M on the top, which is pretty tremendous. So these shirts that you are seeing are actually what my fiance wore during the Stag and Doe, and what I wore for the Stag and Doe, as well as our entire bridal party. All the bridesmaids wore the pink Peach shirts, and all of my groomsmen wore the green Mario shirts, which was awesome. So I found these designs online. I wanted to fix them up a bit. I made all the lines much more thicker, and one of the members of our wedding party was very kind enough to actually screen all of these shirts for us. So what's really cool about these as well, for the bride and the groom anyways, because I guess we're a little bit special on that day, her shirt obviously says bride on the back, which means mine also says groom. So that was really cool to be able to wear Nintendo shirts, and we're actually probably going to wear these for our respective bachelorette and bachelor parties, because why not? I think that'd be really funny actually. And we'll get around to that, but I'm not planning my bachelor party, she's not planning her bachelorette. That is all the best man's job and the maid of honor's job. But those shirts are amazing. I think they're really cool. That makes me laugh and makes me smile. So we thought, after we had the shirt idea, were we just going to basically make most of the Stag and Doe some sort of Nintendo themed, or at least to be inspired by Nintendo. So I have a lot of games out here to show you some of the games we had at the Stag and Doe, and we didn't really allow video games to be played because we really couldn't. It didn't work out. But we had some games inspired by these ones that you're seeing here. So one of the funnest ones, I must say, that my best man came up with was Mario Kart Balloons. If you've ever played Mario Kart multiplayer, the Balloons is such a good game. What we did at the Stag and Doe, though, was you pay essentially like $2 and you get a balloon and a piece of string or ribbon, and you tie it to your ankle, and then basically you just had to go in a little small area that was a square with maybe 10 to 15 other people, and then you try and stomp on their balloon, and the last one standing wins, just like Mario Kart Balloons. So that was one of the best, most funnest games I think we had. It was amazing. Thank you so much for your idea, my best man. You're awesome. Another game that we decided to have was basically golf. Kind of inspired by Mario Golf. We wanted to have a mini putt course basically, and originally it was way too easy, the course, because it was just a straight carpet mat. So my fiance's brother actually had this idea of basically making the course harder by getting pool noodles, cutting them in half, putting it underneath the course, making it a little wavy, making the course longer, and that was a lot of fun too. We had Mario Golf. A few of the other mini games that we had was a card signing thing, which is kind of like Fortune Street. So you sign cards, and everyone puts their name on the card, and there's one winning card in the end, and they took half the pot, and the bride and groom got the other half the pot, which was really awesome. So that was really cool. And then all the other games were kind of somewhat inspired by Mario Party, I guess, mini games. So there was a stump and nail, where two people go heads up as a stump and nail competition, trying to nail a nail into a stump with a hammer, and they went heads up, and we did kind of NCAA tournament bracket style, and the winner got a cool prize of that as well. The other games we had were, let me just think, Crown and Anchor. Again, Crown and Anchor feels very much like Mario Kart, because essentially there's just a wheel that you spin, and it's just blind luck if you win or not, which is fun and exciting for some reason, which is very much Mario Party. And one of the last games that was a huge success, and you kind of see that board over there, was Poke-Plinko, or at least that was the idea for it, but we didn't get around to making it perfectly for Nintendo. And I will talk about a few of the other things in a minute that we had as prizes, but Plinko was really inspired by Nintendo Land, and also obviously The Price is Right. But in Nintendo Land, you collect coins, if you know what I'm talking about, and at some point, you're basically playing different courses of Plinko. So let me go over to that board. You might have seen that board in another video. I actually put my blood, sweat, and tears into making this board with my best man. As you can see, I'm trying to be creative. I made that Super Mario Bros. 3 beer pong and flip cup table, and this time we decided to make a Plinko board for the Stag and Doe. Obviously, that makes sense. So I covered this now in plexiglass because if you watched my videos earlier, I actually stepped on the nails, it really hurt. Now it's covered in plexiglass, now it's safe. And the way it works basically is people paid to get a disc, or 3 discs for like $5, and then you put the disc down, and depending on, I'll just let you listen. Depending on where it goes, you would win a prize. So if you got the middlemost one, you would win like the bigger prize, and then the ones beside that would be losers, and the ones at the outside would be like a few raffle tickets. To try and win what? What would you do with the raffle tickets at a Stag and Doe that's Nintendo themed? We had like 15 prizes, but one of the main prizes, how can you have a Nintendo Stag and Doe and not give away a Wii U console? We gave away a Wii U console. We also gave away an HD television, but the HD console from Nintendo, their first HD console, actually did really, really well. One of my good friends actually won this. He was not from the wedding party, but he must have put every single raffle ticket he bought and won into this box to win this one, basically. Not into this box, but into the raffle box, because he ended up winning it, and he had so many tickets in there, which is tremendous. That was really fun, and really the fiance's dad at one point said, hey, do you want to give away an Xbox One, or do you want to give away a PS4? And I was kind of like, blasphemy. I cannot give away those consoles. We kind of have to give away a Nintendo console. Why not a Wii U? So that was a tremendous amount of fun. We had a lot of other prizes, and that's how we basically catered our Stag and Doe towards Nintendo. So I know a lot of you have been kind of saying, oh, you're getting married. What's going to happen to your collection? Does she put up with Nintendo? She actually loves Nintendo. She's a keeper. She's amazing. She's awesome. She's tremendous. And she also helps me host a Nintendo-themed Stag and Doe. Thank you very much for watching my video. Make sure you fill that like bucket, follow me on Facebook and on Twitter, and remember, as always, go collect 'em all.